great state of California, Governor Schwarzenegger.
Well, thank you very much, Jack and Joe, for the wonderful introduction and for the great job you're always doing here. I'm seeing it, of course, every day. You're doing a great job, so thank you very much. And I want to say thank you to a few people here. General Wade, we want to say thank you for being here today, and Secretary Tom Johnson, and Senator Ashburn, and all the leaders and executives that are representing the different departments that are here today, and Commissioner Joe Farrell from the C.H.P. Thank you very much. Secretary Spanner is here. I think he's maybe out here in the audience somewhere exactly. And then Dave Gilp from the Department of Personnel Administration. I want to thank him also for being here. And then we have my very good friend Rob Lowe, great actor, sitting right out here in front. And my two sons, Patrick and Christopher. Thank you also for being here today. And I want to thank all of you. This is an event that has been taking place, and the ceremony that has been taking place for, as you heard, 49 years. And I always love coming here. And so today I'm proud again to award the Governor's Medal of Valor to 42 Californians that are one of the bravest citizens of our state. These men and women worked in different state agencies and departments, but they have one thing in common, and that is they all demonstrated extraordinary courage and heroism. The word hero gets thrown around a lot, as we have heard. If it is in the movies, on a movie screen or on television, or if it is in sports or in business or in politics. But these 42 individuals are the real action heroes. Let's give them a big hand right now once again. I mean, I have to tell you, I've been around Hollywood for many years, but even Hollywood couldn't make up some of those stories that I've read about all of you. If it is pulling a child from a burning home, or rescuing a man stranded at the bottom of a canyon, or saving a woman from a capsized car, and the stories go on and on and on. I mean, really fantastic. And I want to say congratulations to the great work that you've done. They remind us of our common bond as Americans and as Californians at a time when too often all we hear about is our differences and divisions. And they did not ask a drowning woman if she was a Republican or Democrat, or if she was low income or high income, or any of those. They just pulled her out of the river. Or they didn't ask for the sexual orientation of a man trapped under a bridge. They just pulled that person out. So today's honorees risked their lives without hesitation to save another. And their sacrifices is especially inspiring in these very difficult economic times, when so many people are consumed with their own struggles, with their own life, with their own home, with their own future. These heroes put the needs of others first, and this is what makes them heroes. What tremendous examples of service and selflessness. I wish that the legislators have just a little bit of that. So on behalf of all of the Californians, I want to thank you for the great work, for the extraordinary action that you have provided. Before we hand out the awards, I want to, of course, not miss the opportunity to just say to all of you that you are invited to our Christmas tree lighting that we have later on this evening. At 5 o'clock, we're going to start with our Christmas tree lighting ceremony, and all 42 recipients and their families and their friends are invited to this ceremony. What makes the ceremony, of course, great is because the name of the Christmas tree is the Tree of Heroes. The Tree of Heroes. We are dedicating this tree to all of you, and there will be 42 ornaments that will have your names on that on those ornaments. So this is going to be a great ceremony, because I think that it is time, especially in a time like this, that we celebrate great heroes like that. It is a great tribute to each and every one of you Medal of Valor recipients. So I want to say thank you again, and now let's get into the action and hand out some of those medals. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Citation for a heroic act performed by Jeffrey Baird, Mark McCormick, Sergeants, and Jack Bourne, Jesse Bourne, Stephen Hunsaker, Byron Job, Jeffrey Nausch, and Roberto Record, Officers, California Highway Patrol. On July 26, 2007, at approximately 2:30 p.m., employees of Scaled Composites, an aerospace development company at Mojave Air and Spaceport, were working near two large tanks of nitrous oxide gas when one of the carbon fiber tanks exploded. C.H.P Sergeants Jeffrey Baird and Mark McCormick, along with Officers Jack Bourne, Jesse Bourne, Stephen Hunsaker, Byron Job, Jeffrey Nausch, and Roberto Record, responded to the scene. The toxic gas fumes and carbon fiber particles from the explosion posed a respiratory hazard. The second tank, which contained 10,000 pounds of nitrous oxide gas, was also damaged and in danger of exploding. Because of the significant hazard and seriousness of the victims' injuries, the first responders could not wait for a hazardous material team, so CHP personnel entered and rendered aid to the victims. They helped place two victims on backboards and carried them to a waiting life flight helicopter. Two other victims were placed in ambulances and triaged at a safe zone. CHP personnel remained on site, evacuating the remaining Mojave Air and Spaceport employees to a safe area. Due to the heroic efforts of these men and women, 3 of the 4 victims were successfully rescued and lived. Keith Fritzinger, Jason Cram, and Gene Gisson are here with us today to celebrate the heroic efforts of the CHP team. Could you all please stand? The state of California takes great pride in presenting Sergeants Jeffrey Baird and Mark McCormick and Officers Jack Bourne, Jesse Bourne, Stephen Hunsaker, Byron Job, Jeffrey Nausch, and Roberta Record these gold medals of valor for their extraordinary acts of heroism extending far above and beyond the normal call of duty.
Press down on this button right here, okay? 3, come over here with your hand. 3. Can you help us all? 3, 2, 1.